Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see about use of brackets. The same chapter knowing numbers we are going to continue. In that knowing numbers chapter we are going to see the usage of brackets. Okay, why we need brackets and how it is helpful while calculating the answer that we are going to see now. So let's move on to the topic. Okay, so in maths we use it to find the total value, right? It may be a total, it may be a difference, like that, right? Here I have an example. So I have 500 rupee note in my hands and 500 rupee notes. So what are how much amount I have now? 500 rupee notes and 500 rupees, 100 rupee notes. So here I have method 1. So in three methods we are going to find out the total. So in method 1 we are going to multiply that number of 100 rupee note into 100 and number of 5 rupee note with 500. Okay, so 20 into 100 it will be 22,000 and 5 into 500 we didn't change anything, simply we have written the same. Now 2000 plus 5, it is 2005 into 500. Okay, and then if you multiply this to 2005 into 500, you will get this amount. Okay, so like this also you can calculate. So in method 1 we have 10,02,500 rupees. So now we will see the next method. In method 2 the same 20 into 100 plus 5 into 500. Okay, so in this way only we have to calculate, but here I have not changed 20 value, simply I have written the same here. Now this 100 plus 5 I have calculated first. So 100 plus 5 it will be 105 into 500. Now if you multiply this fully, 20 into 105 into 500, if you multiply this you will get 10,50,000. Okay, so here I have got a different answer and here the answer is different. So let's see the next method, method 3. So in method 3 I have written the same 20 into 100 plus 5 into 500, the same, but here 20 into 100, what is the value? 2000, and 5 into 500, 5 is 25, so 2500. So if you add this to 2000 plus 20, 2500, the answer is 4500. So here this method 3 we have got one answer now, that also a different answer, right? So which is the correct answer? Definitely you will have a confusion, am I right? So what can we do? The first step is same for all the methods, but the way we have proceeded, that is different, right? In each method we have calculated a particular value at first, followed by something else, right? We don't know which operation we have to perform at first. So there we have a confusion. So to avoid this confusion, we need to know about the usage of brackets. This brackets will do the magic to calculation, okay? So while calculating bigger values or more number of values, this brackets will help you a lot. So let's see how the brackets are helpful. So here I have a question. Answer this if you can, just try to answer this. But believe me, 73% of people will fail to answer this. Just look at here, lot of rows are there, lot of operations are there, but we don't know which has to perform at first. So to avoid this confusion, we are going to learn a new topic, that is BODMAS rule. Okay, BODMAS, BODMAS rule. So let's see what is the meaning of BODMAS. So in this BODMAS we have the letters, right? BODMAS. So B denotes brackets, O O denotes order power of, which means that root, square value, like that. And D denotes division, M denotes multiplication, A denotes addition, and S denotes subtraction. Okay, so in this order you have to calculate or you have to simplify the given question. Okay, so first you have to take the bracket. Whatever is given inside the bracket, that you have to perform at first. After that, first you have to perform the bracket. Inside the bracket, whatever operation is there, that you have to calculate. Then only you can proceed the remaining operations. After that, you have to check if there is any division, then you have to proceed that. Now we don't have this order power of, so don't worry about that. So after the brackets, just look at the given question. If there is any division, that you have to perform it first, followed by multiplication, followed by addition, at last subtraction. So this is the order you have to follow while simplifying the expression. Okay, so let's apply this BODMAS in your topics, in your exercise. So let's move on to the questions. The question is, example 19, evaluate the following. The first subdivision is 200 into 30 plus 5. Okay, so I told you, according to the BODMAS rule, first what you have to do, whatever is given inside the bracket, that you have to perform at first. Okay, so here inside the bracket, addition is there. So let's do the addition first. 30 plus 5, that is 35. Then only one more operation is left, that is multiplication. So 200 into 35, simply you can multiply 35 with 2, then you will get the answer 70. So you have to add 2 more zeros, because for 200 2 zeros are there, no, that you have to add. So it will be 7,000. Okay, so like this you have to calculate the answer. Students, please keep that BODMAS rule in your mind. First you have to do the brackets, whatever inside the brackets, that you have to perform. Then division, multiplication, addition, and then subtraction. Okay. Now the second subdivision, that is 35 plus 8 minus 2 plus 12 into 8. So first we have to do the brackets, no. So first we are going to do this 8 minus 2. What is the value of 8 minus 2? That is 6. And 12 into 8, that is 96. So now we are going to do the addition. So if you add 35 plus 6 plus 96, you will get the answer 137. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Subdivision third, that is C, question number C. So here the question is 534 minus 345 minus 123. So first you have to do the brackets, no. So 345 minus 123, the value is 222. Now we have to do this 534 minus 222. If you subtract that, you will get the value 312. That will be the answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next question is 23 plus 16 minus 4 into 5. So as I said, according to the BODMAS rule, we have to do the brackets first. So 23 plus 16 minus 4 into 5. The same question I have written again. So 16 minus 4, the value will be 12. Now just look at here no more brackets. Now there is no brackets, but here we have addition as well as the multiplication. So what we have to do at first? Just remember the BODMAS rule. First bracket, there is no bracket, so just leave it. Then division, is there any division? No, just leave the division also. Now after D, what will be there? M, multiplication. Is there any multiplication? Yes, we have a multiplication. So what we have to do now? We have to calculate 12 into 5. So what is the value of 12 into 5? That is 60. Okay, so now there is only one operation, that is addition. Just add 23 plus 60, you will get the answer 83. Okay, this is the way you have to do. Always remember the BODMAS rule, then it will be very, very simple. If you know the BODMAS rule, you can you will calculate whatever, how much big question, it will be very easy for you to solve that. Okay, so always please children, keep BODMAS rule in your mind while calculating the questions like this. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. So the next question is example 20. Okay, so the question is, find the values of 5 multiplied by the sum of 3 and 7. Just listen carefully. 5 multiplied by the sum of. So sum of is there, no? Of is there, no? Wherever you see the of, that will be inside the bracket. Okay, so if there is a word of, after the of whatever is given, that will be inside the bracket. So keep that in your mind. Please make a note. Wherever you see the word of, that after of followed by the of, whatever number is given, that you have to write inside the bracket. Okay, so here 3 and 7 is followed by of. So 3 and 7 we have to write inside the bracket. Okay, and which operation is given? Sum in the sense that is addition. Okay, so inside the bracket you have to write 3 plus 7. And what is given here? 5 multiplied by. So whatever is given by, that you have to write without brackets. Okay, so 5 into 3 plus 7. Now can you calculate this? So first we have to do the calculation. Whatever is given inside the brackets. So 3 plus 7 is 10. Okay, then 5 into 10, the answer will be 50. So likewise you have to calculate the answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. The question is, a factory manufactured 17,500 bolt in a day. The factory packs 2,500 bolts in a small box and charges rupees 5,000 per box. If all the bolts manufactured in a day are sold, what is the amount earned? Write a mathematical statement using brackets to find the answer. So what they have asked, we have to write the mathematical statement using the brackets. Okay, so this is we are going to do. What they have given, there is a factory and it is manufacturing. Manufacturing means it's producing 17,500 bolt in a day. So in one day they are manufacturing 17,500 bolt. In that will be packed in a small packs, small boxes, right? So in one box there are 2,500 bolt are there. In one box 2,500 bolts are there. And the cost of the one box is 5,000 rupees. One box cost 5,000 rupees. And in one box how many bolts are there? 2,500 bolts are there. Totally how many bolts they manufactured? 17,500 bolts they manufactured. So what we have to find? The total amount they earn. All the bolts whatever they manufactured in a day, that is sold. So they will be earning the total amount, right? That we have to find out. So here we have the total number of bolt manufactured, right? And in one box how many bolts are there? 2,500 bolts. So 2,500 bolts are present in one box. And 17,500 bolts in how many box? That we have to find out first. 2,500 bolts are packed in one box. 17,500 bolts will be packed in how many boxes? So one box they have given and more boxes they asked. One they have given, more they asked. If they given small and asking more, what we have to do? We have to do the addition. So the first step will be 17,500 divided by 2,500. Okay, so this is the boxes. How many boxes you will get by dividing 17,500 by 2,500? You will get the number of boxes. So one box cost is 5,000 rupees. So this many boxes cost is how much rupees? One box they have given, and they have given the more number of boxes also. One box is 5,000 rupees. So we will get one answer for this, 17,500 plus 2,000, divide 2,500. That box is how many cost? So for that we have to multiply. Okay, so 17,500 divided by 2,500. So here two zeros are there. In 2,500 two zeros are there. So here also two zeros are there. So two zeros and two zeros will be struck out, cancelled. Now 175 divided by 25 is there. So if you divide 175 by 25, you will get the answer 7. Okay, so 7 into 5,000, what will be the answer? 7 5s are 35. How many zeros are here? 3 zeros are there. So 3 zeros you have to add along with this. So this is the amount, total amount earned by the factory. Now can you understand? First you have to understand the question statement which is given in the question. Then you just try to find out the answer. Okay, how we will find out, that you have to think. So let's move on to the next question. This next question is taken from Let Us Try 1.6. In Let Us Try 1.6, this is S1 question. Okay, so the question is, use the numbers 10, 9, 6 and 4 to obtain the given answer. So this is a format. In this format we have to get the expression and the answer has to be 26. Okay, so let's check. Here they have performed the subtraction operation, right? So here they have given 4 numbers, 10, 9, 6 and 4. So if you subtract 9 minus 6, what will be the answer you will get? 9 minus 6 is 3. So 3 into 10, 30. 30 minus 4, 26. So this, keep BODMAS rule in your mind. Whatever is given inside the bracket, that we will perform at first. Then we have to perform the multiplication. So after that only we have to do the subtraction. So according to that, if you perform, you will get the same answer. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. So the next question is same. Let us try 1.5 and the question number A1. Okay. The question is, a dealer has 50 kg wheat. He sells some of it in 4 lots of 15 kg, 10 kg, 8 kg and 7 kg. Add the given slots, that is 15, 10, 8 and 7. Okay, so this many slots he just sold out, right? And now we have to find out how many kg of wheat is left with him. So from the total, if you subtract this number of 4 slots, then you will get the remaining, no? So first you have to perform the addition. So here we have given the bracket. Okay, so if after that we have to subtract this value with 50. So 50 minus 15 plus 10 plus 8 plus 7, you will get the answer correctly. Okay, so likewise you have to find out the answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question, that is A2 question. Here the question is, a bookseller has 100 books. He sells 20 books at a rate of rupees 38 per book, and the remaining books at a rate of rupees 40 per book. Find the total amount of money that he earns. Write a mathematical statement to find the answer. So a bookseller, how many books he has? Totally 100 books. In that 100 books, he sells 20 books at a rate of rupees 38 per book. So 20 books, one book cost is 38 rupees. So 20 book cost, multiplication. Okay, so 20 into 38. And the remaining books in the sense, already 20 books we know, 20 books he sold at the rate of 38. So remaining 100 minus 20, what is the answer? 80. So remaining books at a rate of 40 per book. So 80 into 40. Understood? 80 into 40. So if you find out the answer for 20 into 38, you will get 760, and 80 into 40, you will get 3200. Then if you add this to, this will be the final answer. Okay, 3960. So let's move on to the next question. A shopkeeper has 5 boxes containing 20 toys each. He sells 3 of these boxes in a day. How many toys are left with the shopkeeper? Solve the problem using a mathematical sentence. So a shopkeeper have how many boxes? 5 boxes. In one box, how many toys were there? 20 toys. So 20 into 5. Then he sells 3 of these boxes in a day. So in 3 boxes, one box 20 toys will be there. So in 3 box 20 into 3. Now how many toys are left with him? We know the total toys, right? That is 5 box 20 toys. In one box 20 toys are there. Likewise he has 5 box. So 20 into 5 minus, he just sold out 3 boxes, right? So that you have to subtract from the total. So 20 into 3. Then we will get the remaining value. Understood? So 20 into 5 it will be 100, and 20 into 3 it will be 60. 100 minus 60, 40 will be the answer. So likewise you have to calculate the final answer. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. A6. Rajesh farm is 500 meter long and 350 meter wide. He wants to build a wall around the field. If a wall of length 1 meter requires 150 bricks, then what is the total number of bricks required to build the wall around the field? So the field will be like this, and the long is 500 meter. 500 meter long. Okay, 500 meter. And it is wide 350 meter. 350 meter wide. So he wants to build a wall around the field. Around the field means here the same value will be repeated. No, 500 meter will be come here and 350 meter will come here. So 500 into 2, 350 into 2. Can you understand? Around the field he wants to build a wall. So 500 into 2, 350 into 2. This 2 we have to add. Then only we will get the total area. Okay. So for 1 meter he need 150 bricks. So for this many meter, how many meter? This we are adding no totally. For this many meter he need how many bricks? So we have to multiply this with 150. Then you will get the correct answer. Okay. So just look at here. If you multiply this 500 into 2, you will get 1000. 350 into 2, it will be 700. So 1000 plus 700, that will be 1700 into 150. If you multiply this, you will get 2,55,000 bricks are required to build the wall around the field. So I hope whatever I have explained till now, this will be understandable. You all understand all the questions and the concept correctly. If you have any doubts, kindly watch the video again. Then it will be easy to understand. And practice more questions. Then only maths will be very easy subject when you have started practicing more. So without practice, definitely it will be a difficult subject. So students, please practice as many number of questions as you can. So it will be very helpful for you to understand it in a better way. So thanks for watching. Thank you.